Hello, beautiful souls. Thank you so much for being here. I know it's tough. I know you're feeling the energy, the shift. You're feeling the pressure, the division right now more than ever. Right now, I just want to let you know straight up, the Matrix can't win unless we let them. Seriously. The power has always been ours. Always. Everything that's happened with this pandemic, everything that's going on with this last few years and the energy, right? It's because we've given them the power and the ability to do it. Think about the Matrix, think about the control, think about everything that's happening right now. There would be nothing unless we let it happen. It's just that simple. So shout out to everybody right now expanding their cup. Shout out to everybody right now on the path of ascension. Shout out to everybody manifesting new earth, creating 5D consciousness, creating this higher consciousness that is needed right now on this planet more than ever. So I know you're feeling this division. I know you're feeling the separation consciousness and duality spreading. The Matrix is going to creep in wherever that crack in the light comes from. Right? Think about this. Like, I'm building this beautiful shed right now. This is my beautiful studio. Welcome. Very first thing in the shack, the love shack here. And it's like the light can only come into the bright, clear window, right? If your window's all gross and dirty, the light won't shine through, right? So that's the Matrix. That's their job, is to make everything dirty and contaminated. You see, and they're doing a really good job of it, right? Distracting us from our consciousness, distracting us from our spiritual practice, distracting us in the news, distracting us in social media, controlling every single thing that is put in front of your eyes. Now, if you're out here in 5D, if you're out here in the off-grid land, if you're out here in nature, there is no such thing as the Matrix. There is no such thing as the control. There is no such thing as anything, because all that exists is within 5D, and that's all that matters. You see, so you have a choice right now to continue to struggle, continue to put up with the angst, the fight, and the emotional turmoil, or you can simply live the way nature intended us to be out here. That's it. Now, you don't have to be a crazy guy like me and go build your own house and, isolate yourself and be completely immersed in nature. No. However, you do need to think about your priorities. You do need to think about the energy, right? Because all of this pressure, all of this division, all of this is coming from the energy that is coming from the separation consciousness, coming from the duality. And this is a man-made thing. It's just that simple. We have the artificial reality. We have man, the Matrix, the cabal, the Rockefellers, right? Whatever you want to put a label on this, whatever you want to call that force, that entity, that darkness. All right? And then we have the light, and it's shining and spreading and expanding. And I have some very important news, because the Matrix can only win if we let them. Okay? I want you to always remember this. It doesn't matter whether you are experiencing a confrontation in your household, right? Or your friend zone, your workplace, whatever it is, right? You have to give that energy. You have to give it up yourself. If you're staying within the I am consciousness, if you're staying within the 5D world, if you're staying in that spiritual dimension, you can't be touched. You cannot be touched. Shout out to all the people joining me right here live. Shout out to everybody expanding their cup. I see you. I know the work that you're doing. I know exactly what you're experiencing right now, because I'm experiencing it too. Right? There's fear plaguing our world right now. There's fear going in places that have never been experienced before, and that's why the light workers need to come out. Type it in with me if you resonate with this. I am the light. Real quick, just type it in. I am the light. You see, this is the most positive affirmation, the mantra. When you recognize that you are the light, when you recognize that the light is within you and you carry it, and all you have to do is shine. All you have to do is shine that light and continue to expand your cup and continue to be on this path no matter what the Matrix puts out, no matter what distraction they're going to roll out next, no matter what thing. You are immortal. You are infinite. You are the light. So type it in. I am the light. If it doesn't resonate with you, that's all good. Because what's happening right now is this shift, this great awakening, right? It's happening as more people go from the darkness entering the light. More people going from 3D to 5D. More people going from the darkness and understanding that everything happened because it needed to happen. No more blaming. No more conspiracy theories. No more sweeping our problems under the rug. No more getting into these confrontations, right? You don't really need to defend anything here. All that you have to do is just be. Because that's what 5D consciousness is all about. When you are the light is omnipresent. The light is everywhere, all at once. So you are all the dimensions. You are all the beings. You are all this energy. You are the God with the little g manifesting this new earth right now. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's absolutely beautiful. Now, the deeper and the more expansive your consciousness grows, the more clarity will come in. With that level of clarity, you will go, whoa, no wonder all of the matrix and control and why they've been trying to keep the sheep in the cage, right? There's no wonder why they built it. There's no wonder why they're trying to roll out all of this control and censorship. There's no wonder, right? It's not easy putting chemtrails in the air. It's not easy for them to create these chemicals to put in the food system. It's not easy for them to put up all of this money and labor and scientists and things to create this artificial weapon. Right? Think about all that energy, all of that consumption that goes into retaliating against the light. You see? The darkness, the matrix, the cabal, it's all growing, and they are working 24/7, right? To shut down the light, to cover it up, to dim it. And we can't let them, fam. We can't let them do that. We can't let them continue to use these tactics and fear and division, because all of us have had enough. And it's not just the chosen ones anymore. It's not just people that are ascending. It's not just light workers. It's every single man, woman, and child right here. Haven't you noticed that? Haven't you noticed celebrities like Nicki Minaj, right? Haven't you noticed people that you would have never even guessed, right? Coming out against the matrix, coming out against this control, coming out against this spiritual war. It's only a matter of time. That's it. Because guess what? They can't get away with it. They just won't. Why? Because they need our power. They need our energy. They need our cooperation for this to completely take full effect. And it's not going to work. There's too many of us resisting. There's too many of us awakening. And they know it. Therefore, it's crumbling right now. Therefore, this division, this separation consciousness is not going anywhere. And all of us need to keep doing exactly what you're doing right here, right now. It's working. I know my videos are getting shut down. I know the new algorithms are competing, the new misinformation, medical misinformation. I'm getting hit left and right, and they can't stop me. They can't stop the Great Awakening. They can't stop the light from expanding into every soul and penetrating that darkness at the depth of its very core. Type it in if that resonates with you. They can't stop the Great Awakening. Do you agree with me? They can't stop the Great Awakening. Right? This cancel culture, right? Haven't you noticed that it's not even through the political agenda? It's not even through any matrix field. It's happening from within. We've done this to ourselves. That's why we have to take the power back. And the only way to do that is to practice authenticity, practice 5D consciousness, practice, and practice. Not just you at home on the yoga mat or in your meditation. I'm talking about you at the grocery store, you going through at the checkout line, you filling up your gas tank at the pump, running into every single soul. This is another soul. This is a reflection. This is an opportunity to tap into that oneness, to tap into that 5D consciousness. This is an opportunity to go all in. You see, because if you're still hesitant, if you're still creeping about, if you're still wondering, if you're still like second guessing yourself, then this isn't going to work. It only works. 5D New Earth only manifests if everybody goes all in. That's it. That's the only way this is going to work. Every single man, woman, and child has to go all in for 5D. Type it in. Are you all in? I know I am. Are you all in for 5D? I'm all in for 5D. Because that is what this shift is about. That's what this whole Great Awakening is about. Going deeper and deeper and expanding and going more into the light and more into the light and more. This does not stop. You see, as long as you have this human vessel, as long as you keep going and keep expanding your consciousness, the 5D is just the beginning. This is just right now in 2021. There are so many, there's so much more to come, honestly. So know that your prerequisites are learning how to ground your energy, right? Learning how to get the emotional body checked, learning how to get your physical body checked, learning how to get the light body activated. You see, right now, because if your emotions are down, if you're struggling, if you're vulnerable, if your shields are down, then you become susceptible to that level of control. You become susceptible to a lower vibration. And once you're in that lower vibration, the fear just turns into a plague. And it spreads and it spreads and it spreads. Once you're in a higher vibration, once you're in the highest of the high, the love will spread and spread. In fact, that is the most contagious thing on this planet. Haven't you noticed that when somebody's lit, when somebody's so passionate, when somebody's just doing their thing, right? Whether it's music, creativity, whether it's a homeless man, it doesn't matter. When you see that light in their eyes, when you see them woke, when you see them just alive, that is the most contagious thing ever. So never sacrifice your energy. Never fall for that trap. Never fall for that distraction that is keeping everybody in control. That matrix consciousness, that separation consciousness, that duality is not going anywhere. Make no mistake, that level of normal that we had before was not normal. By no means was it normal. The matrix was plaguing us, putting more chemicals in our food, more chemicals in our airways, more regulations, more this and more that. That was not normal. The only thing that is truly normal was right here next to me, right here. This beautiful jungle, this beautiful forest, this nature, this abundance. Right here, this is the only true thing that is quote unquote normal. That is the foundation. That is our eternal foundation of what every single man, woman, and child are born into as our birthright. And then somewhere along the way, we got duped, we got programmed, we got confused, and we believed that the Babylon and the city had all the answers, when all actuality, the answers come from within. You resonate with that? Is that something that feels true to you? All answer, all information comes from within. All truth comes from within. So why do we need to seek? Why do we need to go to the temple or the church or the city or the grocery store or anything when everything that we need is right here in nature? Everything is abundance when we are living in that. Everything has the ability to get in tune with that abundance when you fully activate the light body. That's why they're poisoning the food. That's why they're poisoning the air. That's why they're creating all of these regulations because people are willingly giving away their energy and willingly giving away their power, so it all comes back down to karma. None of this matters because it all comes back down to karma. I'm sure you've experienced it in your own family, your own friend circle. People slipping into this darkness, celebrities even, people you looked up to, musicians even, right? People that you thought were quote unquote woke, people that you thought were awakened and spiritually active in their life have now completely turned sides. Right? Because that is the matrix. That is the level of control that I'm talking about here. And guess what? That is not going to stop. They are recruiting their army, right? They've been working on their army. They've been gathering people and injecting and getting this thing to the point where they have the army and the weapon that they need. What are we doing over here on the light, right? Where's my light warriors at? Right? Type it in if you're one of my light warriors, right? I am a warrior of the light. Type it in if that resonates with you. I am a warrior of the light. You see, because that's what's needed right now more than ever. Warriors of the light. Warriors that are getting in tune with this 5D consciousness. Warriors that are lighting up the darkness. From a place of compassion, too, by the way. From a place of oneness. From a place of getting in tune with this energy. So make no mistake, every single one of us has to do our part right here, right now, to tap into that oneness, to tap into that 5D consciousness and go all in. Shout out to everybody right now joining me live. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I see you. I know exactly how this feels. I know exactly what it's like to be one of the black sheep. And trust me, you are here to lead people, to be that bridge to 5D. You are here for a reason. You have been guided. All of us have been guided here for a reason. So make no mistake that this is happening for a reason. And all you have to do is follow that. Follow that energy. Follow the path. Follow and trust your guides. So when you experience a difficulty on your path, when you experience someone who's stuck in that darkness, stuck in that fear, what do you truly do? Do you practice authenticity and open up to that level of oneness? Do you really show up and meet that person where they're at and practice unconditional love and let them know that there is a judgment-free zone right here within the heart? What do you truly do? Because right now, this is the opportunity. This is the opportunity for all of us to step into that oneness, to step in and activate that higher consciousness. Now, the matrix only grows and only gets more powerful as more souls give them the power. You see, this is the harvest period, right? Everybody that is continuing to choose the matrix, to choose that 3D timeline, is giving the matrix the power that they need in order to execute the plan. So therefore, the only solution is to step into 5D and step into that love and step into the light. Therefore, they will not gain their power. So we have to love them. We have to give them nothing but unconditional love and say, I love you where you're at. I love you no matter what you did in the past. I love you no matter what you're going to do in the future, because this is what 5D is all about. Love, unconditional love. Now, the matrix can only win if we really let them win, right? So we have to claim everything. Claim your emotional state. Claim your physical state. Claim your housing, right? Claim your environment. Take it all back. Starting at the base root of everything. If you are living in some dependency from the matrix or government, then we need to take it back. If you are living in some dependency or some control with the matrix, then we have to take that power back. You know why? Because we can't bite the hand that is feeding us. The true hand that needs to be feeding us comes from nature, comes from Yahweh, Jah, this beautiful abundance, this nature. As soon as we getting our food, our water from the matrix or the government, then we've lost. So know that we have to take our power back by growing our own food, growing what it takes to live a self-sustainable life. That's why all of this has happened in a karmic scale, because there was too much dependency on the matrix. There was a huge imbalance as far as what has been going down in the recent times. That power shift is happening because we are letting it happen, because more people are being dependent on the matrix financially. And this false sense of security is what gained all of the mandates and gained all of the power and gained all of the control in these new regulations that we are seeing right now. Therefore, the only solution is to get back in tune with nature. Get back in tune with that love and that light. It's right here. It didn't go anywhere. And know that all of your guides are telling you this. Know that the vision is manifesting in New Earth. Why do you think it's called New Earth? You see, because it's a completely different Earth than what we were doing before. It's a completely different place than what we were experiencing before. So know that all of this comes down to your ability to manifest New Earth. All of this comes down to your ability to control your energy. You see, because if you can't control what's coming into your mouth, if you can't control the food that you're eating or the addictions, alcohol dependencies, if you can't control any of this, then the matrix already won. Because that's how you slip into that lower vibration, by getting into these attachments and addictions that come from the matrix itself. You see, because, well, you can't be addicted to nature. You can't overdose on nature out here. You can't overdose on this beautiful abundance of fruit and amazing, herbs and the abundance that comes from nature. No, you can only hurt yourself from the chemicals and the artificial world that is created by man. So know that that matrix and that 5D consciousness are two separate things. The 3D world and the physical world and the duality and the division comes from the matrix itself. The 5D world and the oneness and the beauty and the abundance that goes beyond it is doing just that. It comes from 5D. This is the evolution. Now 4D is the bridge. 4D is when you recognize that you are more than this body. You are not your thoughts. You are not this body. You are so much more than that. When you truly experience this, you have now stepped into the fourth dimension, and now it's time to finally go all into 5D. That is the new timeline that has been set up for us. You see, here's how it works. We have the source energy, right, coming from the infinite cosmos itself. Your human brain cannot even comprehend this level of energy. It's not even possible. We have other solar systems, galaxies beyond the Milky Way, like Sirius and Pleiades. Now, once your soul travels through all of these, you find yourself right here on planet Earth. This is the unconditional love school. Planet Earth is all about unconditional love because you need the physical body. You need the physical third dimension in order to use this body to practice unconditional love. It's the only way to do it, because in Sirius and Pleiades and these other celestial beings and celestial dimensions, that's pure light. You did not have a physical body there. And here you are. We incarnated together. Hello, other me's. Hello, beautiful souls. Hello. I love you. It's just that simple. When you start loving, when you start embracing, when you start doing this, this is the higher vibration, and that is where the matrix cannot touch you. Once that infinite cup expands, once all of this goes into what we would call the oneness, then you cannot go back. All right, so shout out to everybody on the path. Shout out to everybody right now who's on the journey, even though it's difficult, even though you have challenges, even though things are extremely uncomfortable. I get it. Trust me, I get it. And what we need to do right now is hone in on that higher frequency, hone in on that spiritual dimension, because that is our destiny. That is what all of us are here to do. Evelina, thank you so much for being here. Shout out to Evelina. Shout out to everybody on the path. What a beautiful question. Thank you for being here. When did New Earth, quote unquote, start? Right? When did New Earth start? What a great question. Now, New Earth started at right in the point from 2019 to 2020, right in between there. You notice that shift? Everybody noticed that shift pre-pandemic, pre-everything, pre-COVID, right? All of this energy was shifting. Everybody was experiencing things that were unexplainable, right? Everybody was having some sort of shift in consciousness. And that's when the old 3D timeline was slowly for those people that are truly awakening. And how it works is we have the cosmos. We have the energy coming down to planet Earth, right? And your own individual energy and karma need to be aligned with that energy that's coming down. So, for example, 2012, December 21st, not too long ago, that was another recent shift, right? Not quite into the fifth dimensional scale. However, it was a huge leap, a huge shift in consciousness, and most people experienced it. The Mayans predicted it. These shifts in consciousness are nothing new here. In 2019, 2020, we went to another one. And here we are in 2021, coming up in December, we're going to experience yet another one. Meaning that veil that comes down, this energy that comes down, is really allowing us to experience that higher consciousness. That's why it's so important for every single man, woman, and child to do their work, to be the bridge, to be the anchor, so we can all get in tune with the energy that's coming down to our planet. Now, all of us are here for a reason. I want to let you know that you are here for a reason, and you are here by no accident. You've been preparing for this for actually a very long time. Those seeds were planted a very long time ago. You just never took action on it. That's why I'm here, to really call you out on your actions. Up. Come on, baby. When you go deeper into this great awakening, when you go deeper into this consciousness, oh, man, they can't stop me, man. They're trying 24/7. My apologies, everybody. Apologies. The forces that are I have to work 24/7 to keep this alive. So thank you. My apologies again. So all of this is happening for a reason. You are being guided to this for a reason. You are here because those seeds were planted a long, long time ago. Now, you might be feeling it And you might be one of those black sheep. You might be one of those outcasts. You might be one of those people that never fit in. You might be somebody who is always trying. And guess what? You're never going to fit in. You're never going to be like them. You're never going to truly fit into their square. You know why? Because we're all circles. We're all harmonious circles. Just like the flower of life and the sacred geometry, we will never fit into that square. Wendy Lou, infinite blessings, infinite love. Thank you so much for being here, Wendy. I've never been happier being the black sheep. You see, when you recognize about the black sheep, when you recognize that you are this way for a reason, right? I've been a black sheep. I'm like the weirdest person in my family. I'm like the weirdest person in the friend circle. Nobody can ever understand what I'm doing, and that's okay. You know, it takes a long time for people to go through this transition and let your friends and family members know that, oh, she's like this. He's like this all the time. Okay, I better live with this. You are that black sheep because you have to do something different than what everybody else is doing. You see, that's not going to work for you. That 9 to 5 is not going to work for you. That job title, that security, that salary, that promise is not going to work for you because you need to do something more. You need to lead people through something more expansive, something greater than what you are doing right now. So think about that. Think about why you feel like the black sheep and why all of this is happening in your life. Shout out to all the chosen ones out there. Shout out to all the black sheep. Shout out to everybody who feels like they don't fit in, who is longing for something more. This is the starseed family. You see, this is the infinite family. This is a spiritual family that is beyond your bloodline, that is beyond something physical. And no judgment, no comparison here. You just have to understand that all of this is happening because it needs to happen. The physical representation of your body is just temporary. The true you, the Atman, the soul within the soul, is beyond this. It is so much more expansive than that, and the Matrix can never take this away from you. The Matrix can never take away your love, never take away your light. Always. So it doesn't matter what we're experiencing, what chaos, what turmoil, as that 3D timeline just continues to crumble. The 5D timeline is the only thing that is thriving right here, right now, and it's growing, and it's getting stronger, and it's getting more alive than it ever has been before. That's why you need to prepare. That's why you need to get everything in order to make this a reality. GG Blaster, thank you so much for being here. What a great question. On what frequency can you meditate the best? Check out my chakra healing frequency CD. 432 hertz, 528 hertz are profound frequencies. Now, as you begin to understand this, it's not about which frequency is the best. It's about which frequency more like is actually going to work best for you based on your energy and chakra blockages, right? Where is the energy feel stuck in your body? Where can you pinpoint that and then isolate it and target it and use that particular frequency? For example, the sacral chakra, right? Or the power coming up, the Vittabamundu coming up to the heart, coming up to the throat, Vishuddha coming up, right? All the way to the Anya, right here in the third eye. Where do you feel that block energy? Focus on that point in your body and use that specific frequency, just like I mentioned, 432 hertz or 528 hertz or 741 hertz for the third eye, whatever you need. It's all right here on the YouTube channel, or check out theinfinitecup.com. It's all here. Now, everybody that is experiencing this energy right now on planet Earth is experiencing it for a reason. I want you to know that everything is happening for a reason, and you have to trust that process and trust your guides right now more than ever. Because the mind is going to creep in, and the mind is going to want you to get stuck on all those attachments, on all those beliefs, on all those poisons that come from the Matrix, right? And this is how they lure us in. You see the McDonald's, right? The KFC. Now, even with being plant-based and veganism and juicing and things like that, they're taking over. So even if it says non-GMO or organic or these types of things, they've infiltrated all of it. So make no mistake, you can't do this anymore through the outlets that have been a part of in the past, like Whole Foods or grocery stores or natural food stores or anything. No, you have to go direct to the farmer. You have to really know what you're getting. Now, this shift is happening for a reason. So know that all of these words that are coming and being transmitted from my higher self are going deeper into your subconscious, like seeds being planted into a beautiful, beautiful tree. That's how this works. We just plant seeds. That's all we do is plant seeds. When those seeds become strong, that's when they turn into fruit, and that's when we can pick them and enjoy the fruits of our labor. Beautiful dolls, thank you so much for being here. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody expanding their cup right now. Beautiful dolls is saying, I feel like I've got so much to learn. Beautiful dolls, I want to let you know you're exactly where you need to be. You are learning right now. You are upgrading right now. Your energy is expanding right now. All you have to do is breathe. All you have to do is be. There's no more thinking, no more contemplating. All you have to do is just be. Just absorb this consciousness. Just absorb this higher vibration. That's all you have to do. Don't let the mind creep in and try to control it or regulate it or send you off in some tangent. All you have to do is just be right here, right now. Shout out to everybody right now that is continuing to choose a matrix-free life, cultivating the skills to get off grid, cultivating the skills to get away from the dependencies of the matrix, cultivating every skill that is needed for 100% self-reliance. Honestly, this is crucial right now more than ever because the balance needs to come back towards the light. The darkness in the matrix has been creeping in way too long. Therefore, the only solution is to truly reclaim our power, reclaim this energy by manifesting 5D all the way. So that includes everybody, not just the chosen ones, not just people that were put in this idea, not just spiritual people, not just quote unquote woke people, right? This is for every man, woman, and child right here, right now. Everybody is always on this process. We are all on this process together. So know that there is a tribe out there. There is a satsang. That is other spiritual people just like you and me. We're here. We are doing this work every single day. And know that a lot of my content is being censored. So check it out. Over on patreon.com/theinfinitecup, there's an inner circle group. If you guys want to join, check it out. I'm accepting new members. This means that you can get access to me in a private, censored way through my Signal app. The Signal app is awesome, similar to Telegram if you're familiar. You know that Instagram and these social media apps are not the same anymore. The internet is no longer the same. So if you want to get to the real truth, if you want to get to the real people and get around this censorship, check out patreon.com/theinfinitecup or just go over to theinfinitecup.com. I also have the 5D Mystery School. This is where we're really getting into this oneness. This is where we're really manifesting 5D. This is where we're really getting to educate and teach how to truly enter this consciousness and stay in the higher consciousness field. Reiki, sound healing, getting into tarot, getting into the mysticism of astrology, getting into everything and claiming these mystic arts and traditions of plant medicine, ceremonies, right? Indigenous practices. All of this needs to be claimed back and truly ascend and truly manifest 5D because the Matrix has been trying and trying for so long to contaminate this world, to contaminate us and distract us from our path, to distract us from our work as spiritual beings. And know that this is not going to last any longer. TheInfiniteCup.com has everything that you need. If you're looking for Shilajit, all right? If you're looking for Ormus, if you're looking for these superfoods, if you're looking for things to activate your light body, okay, I've done all the work. I've done all the brands. I've taken this stuff for years. Go over to TheInfiniteCup.com. This is the hub. This is the resource that I want to offer to all of you to get your light body activated and to get things online so this 5D consciousness can come through you. This is what we are doing 24/7. Okay, so know that you are not alone in this situation, and know that you are going to go through a massive detoxification and a massive awakening as your light body comes on board. This is inevitable. Every single one of us have experienced this in some way, shape, or form. Sarah, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to send unconditional love, infinite blessings over to Sarah. Everybody, let's send Sarah some love. She's currently going through a really bad spiritual depression. We've all been through it, Sarah. We've all been through the depression. This is coming from your mind and the attachment to your old self. Sarah, you are not who you used to be. Sarah, you are not the body that you think you are. You are not the personality. You are not your thoughts even. Once this higher self comes on board, once the awakening really comes through really strong, and you are really grounded and rooted in this new identification of self and this new representation of you, this infinite version of you, this more expansive version of you, that depression will slowly fade, because now is the time to go all in for 5D. Because people, if you're feeling the depression, if you're feeling the anxiety, because you're still in between, you're going from 3D to 5D, you're still going through the motions, you're going through the roller coaster, you need to ground your energy. You need to fully immerse yourself in the 5D consciousness. You need to go all into the spirit. That is the only solution here, because your avatar, your body, your vessel is not happy because it keeps getting tugged and pulled and turned in all these directions. It's pulling and getting exhausted from going through that roller coaster over and over again. You see, in the Matrix and our culture and the programming from society is not helping this. In fact, it only makes it worse. So Sarah, jump over to the Inner Circle group, jump over to the Patreon members. We are here for you. We would love to have you. Okay, this is something that everybody is invited to, because this spiritual depression is real. You're experiencing the turmoil. You're experiencing all of this for a reason. And you need to shed, just like a snake, shed that old layer of who you used to be. Let go, surrender, and repeat. That's it. Let go, surrender, and repeat. Let go of the old sense of who you used to be. Surrender to that higher vibration, the highest energy, and calibrate it to that. And then repeat the process. Again and again, until you fully immerse in 5D, until there is no back and forth, until there is no more roller coaster. You see? Isolate yourself. Go deep into nature. Do whatever it takes to fully enter the oneness. All of us have experienced this before, so Sarah, I just want you to let you know that you are not alone. All right? You are not alone, and I know I've experienced years of depression that could have completely been avoided had I had a community, had I had somebody that I could talk to about this stuff. So that's exactly why I created the Inner Circle group, and that's exactly why I do what I do every single day. So I just want to, extend that invite out to everybody who's feeling that angst and that pressure or that uncertainty right now, because we're here for you. This is exactly what we do. We're building New Earth right now. There are communities all over the world that you could join and participate in. You do not have to be stuck in that old paradigm. Mark, thank you so much for being here. What a great question. How is it possible that after my spiritual awakening, I went back to 3D? Or am I wrong that I've gone back to 3D? So remember, Mark, as you're awakening, there is no permanent in energy. There is no, oh, I'm in 5D permanently, because you're multidimensional. You're all the dimensions. You have this vessel, this light body, this Merkaba. Once it's activated, you can go to any dimension. When I talk about the Great Awakening or the shift, I'm talking about the masses of souls that were stuck in 3D that have now shifted to a higher frequency or a higher timeline, which is rooted now in 5D. That doesn't mean that 3D went away. That doesn't mean that all the other dimensions like second and the first or the seventh or the eighth disappeared. No. What this means is you're now rooted. You now leveled up. Just like Mario, you got the mushroom and you just bloop, 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 right? You leveled up. Congratulations. That doesn't mean you are not aware of 3D or that you are not aware of the other dimensions or that you could slip back into them. Right? Because energy is never permanent. Energy is always expansive. Energy is always moving. Energy is never in one place. Quantum physics has proven this. This is nothing spiritual. This is not woo-woo, nothing. This isn't a yogic technique. This isn't philosophy. This is fact, data, right here. Proof that your atoms, your physical matter is not in one place. It's not even physical. It's light. Therefore, you are omnipresent. You are in all of the dimensions, and it's impossible to simply be stuck in one dimension, whether it's 3 or 4 or 5 or any of them. So no, Mark, keep going. No, keep going on the path, brother. Keep going and keep expanding your consciousness and know that you are being guided and know that all of this is happening because it needs to happen. All right, brother? All of this is happening because this was a program that was put into you that more than likely didn't come from you, right? A lot of these things that we need to pay attention to is coming from our environment, coming from your social media feed, coming from your cell phone, coming from the TV, the fake news, whatever ideas, whatever energy that you're putting into your field, you are attuning to that level of frequency. You are attuning to that calibrated of energy. Why do you think the news promotes fear and negativity 24/7? Why do you think the fake news and social media and these fake gurus and these fake spiritual teachers and people are doing it? Because it's trending, right? Because it's popular, because they're getting views, because they're getting money. You see, all of this is happening. You just got to follow the dollar signs and follow the intention and follow the energy behind it. Why is it happening? Ask yourself that question. So know that you are being guided. Know that all of this is happening, and the only way that they can win is if we truly let it happen. This matrix control is not going anywhere. The only way around it is to manifest 5D, is to truly live New Earth. So yes, you're going to experience confrontations. Yes, you're going to experience people that are not happy, that are going to want to drag you down to their level. They're going to want to push and pull and kick and toss and make fun of you and blame you for everything in their life, just to an attempt to bring your vibration down to their level so they can be comfortable. And that is where we have to make a change. All of us are experiencing this for a reason. All of us are being guided to this higher consciousness for a reason. This is the evolution of the soul. This is the evolution of the spirit that we are all in tune with. We need to get in tune with the rain, the seasons, this beautiful, beautiful thing that has been neglected. Pachamama has been neglected for far too long. So shout out to everybody who is on the path right now. Shout out to everybody who is awakening, because it's not easy right now. It's not, honestly, it's not. It's not easy to have a spiritual life. It's not easy to meditate right now because there's so much fear. And it's undeniable at this point. So just the fact that you're getting up, just the fact that you're here, you're listening, you're watching, just the fact that you're aspiring to the next level is huge. So do not give up on this. Evelina, thank you so much. Beautiful soul, infinite love, infinite blessings going out to every single one of you. Thus, we are killing Earth, and people are panicking for the wrong things. How can't they see? Why can't people see the level of destruction? Why can't people see the craziness, the sheer toxicity and chemical warfare that's going down right now? Why can't they see all of the corruption that is coming down from the Matrix? Why can't they see all the things? And instead, they're worried about celebrities. Instead, they're waiting for the Kanye West album to come out, or they're waiting for the next distraction to roll out. I'm going to tell you right now, Evelina, they cannot see because the Matrix is a grid of the 3D that is only ability with the two physical eyes. I have two physical eyes and I have one eye to see. You see, once you open your third eye, once you get past the emotions and you're activating the light body and the Kundalini really comes on board and the Anya chakra is illuminated, then you will begin to perceive beyond that veil of illusion. The simple truth is these people are stuck in the Matrix and they have no idea that they are even stuck because they do not have a clue that there is anything beyond it. There is only 3D to them. There is no 4D. There is no 5D. There's nothing. And based off free will, based off belief, based off of programming, that's what they get. Because they believed it. They believed the information that they were given. They believed the fake news or the social media posts or this or that. And now that is their reality. Because your belief is what creates the vibration. And that vibration is what we would call a reality. So these people are stuck. And honestly, I have more compassion than ever right now to everybody stuck in that darkness. My heart goes out to everybody right now that is experiencing someone in their family that is being trapped in that darkness. All we have to do is show up, practice authenticity, really show up for them. Right now, more than ever, show up for them in a way that is unconditional, that is practicing authenticity, not pushing, not shoving, no this, no that. All you have to do is love. That's it. So it's a weapon. It's a force. It's a force field that they are using against them, and know that the only solution is to practice that love and to practice that unconditional love frequency, which is the fifth dimension. Remember that as all of us are facing these turmoils, or all of us are facing these problems. You see, because it's not easy. Even if you're a chosen one, even if you're a light worker, even if you're a star seed, even if you're an empath, you're going to feel it even more, right? You're going to be even more sensitive to this. You're going to be even more aware of the level of control. And all of us have these gifts. All of us have these gifts right in front of us. They just need to be unlocked. They just need to be achieved. And yes, I know you're experiencing people trapped in that darkness in your immediate family and your friend circles. Therefore, the more you unlock your gifts, the more you tap into this energy, the more you get into 5D, the more you get into this unconditional love, the more you become the bridge for that soul to go from 3D to 5. That's the most beautiful part about all of this, because it takes the village. You see, it takes all of us doing this. It's not going to happen by just me or just the chosen ones. It's not going to happen. All of us need to go into the light. All of us need to manifest 5D. All of us need to go in tune with this frequency right here, right now. And we are expanding that light body. We are expanding to this oneness, and we are really manifesting the infinite cup right here, right now, more than ever. It's exciting, right? It's exciting. So again, shout out to everybody on the path right now. Shout out to everybody expanding their cup. I know it's not easy. You're going to run into, honestly, more difficult things. This is not over yet. This is just one battle in the spiritual war. So know that all of this is happening for a reason. All of us have to continue to thrive and continue to aspire to the highest vibration no matter what. That's why you see me say these words every day. It's a daily practice. Monday through Friday, nope, ain't gonna work. 7 days a week, 365, you have to put in the work. Otherwise, that darkness is gonna creep in. It's just that simple. So if there's any cracks in the light, then know that's where the darkness is going to creep in. And this is omnipresent 24 hours of the day. They're working, right? 24 hours of the day. So go even deeper into your journey and know that you are being guided. Know that you are here for a reason. Know that your soul family is here. Know that your star seeds are out there watching. Know that the celestial families, the Galactic Federation, all of it is watching and listening and reporting 24/7. So the Matrix cannot get away with what they're going to get away with for much longer here. And if we continue to give them power, then they're just going to continue to grow. So it's time to take it all back. Claim your power. Claim your true freedom, your true independence from the Matrix by living out here in nature. I'm living a beautiful, beautiful, abundant life, and I can finally say for the first time that I am confident no matter what happens. Well, no matter what the Matrix can create, it does not matter because I'm all in for 5D. So I want to let you know that if you're in for 5D, if you're all in for 5D, then this light tribe is here. Your light warriors are here, and we are not going anywhere, baby. We're here for the long run, all right? So, yes, you're going to hit some roadblocks. Yes, you're going to hit some difficulties. Yes, things are going to get even more difficult right around the corner, honestly. And no, we are here for you. We got your back, all right? So if you want to hit up the Patreon, go check it out. Check out my signal. Check out the Inner Circle group. It's all on theinfinitecup.com. Because right now you are being guided. You are here for a reason. All of this is happening for a reason. And know and trust that energy. Trust that energy beyond your intellect. Trust that thing that is growing inside of you, right? It's just going to grow and expand so big. It's going to become infinite. All right? So until next time, guys, I love each and every one of you. Infinite love, infinite peace. I'm out.